A symbolic breakdown of power, morality, and identity. Very few anime open with a question as provocative as Death Note. If you had the power to kill anonymously, would you use it to reshape the world? This isn't just a thriller, it's a psychological chess match wrapped in philosophical tension. The story of Light Yagami and his descent from idealistic genius to corrupted god is a masterclass in symbolism, character design, and moral ambiguity. Light versus L. At the heart of Death Note lies a duel not just of intellect but of ideology. Light Yagami begins as a justice seeking prodigy but quickly spirals into madness and authoritarianism as he believes fear and control would cleanse society, while L, his enigmatic rival, represents pure logic and moral restraint. He seeks truth and not dominance. Their rivalry is more than plot, it's symbolic. Light versus L. Justice versus punishment through fear. Investigation versus identity. Identity versus God complex. God complex versus public persona. Public persona versus anonymity, and anonymity versus humility, morality, and ends justifying the means, and the means justifying the ends. They are a reflection of each other, both brilliant, secretive, and obsessive, but that ultimately diverge in their core beliefs. This entire tension fuels the narrative of the story. Death Note is rich with visual and thematic symbolism. The apple, Meek's favorite snack, is a nod to the biblical forbidden fruit. It represents temptation, corruption, and the cost of knowledge. The Death Note, a literal tool of judgment, but also a metaphor for unchecked power. Every name Light writes distances him from his humanity. The Shinigami eyes, a shortcut to omniscience at the cost of half of one's life. It's a symbol of how power demands sacrifice and how knowledge can blind. Even light's posture, lighting, and expressions evolves as he descends into darkness, mirroring his eternal transformation, the fall of God. Light's fall isn't caused by brute force, it's caused by exposure. He becomes so convinced of his superiority that he underestimates Nier and Mello, successors to L, who represent fragmented but effective resistance. His final moments are stripped of grandeur. No divine exit, just a desperate scramble and broken ideology, and the realization that he was never, ever untouchable. The reason why Death Note endures is simple. Death Note isn't just popular, it's timeless. It challenges viewers to confront uncomfortable truths. Can justice exist without transparency? Is morality subjective when power is absolute? What separates a hero from a villain when both believe they are in the right? Through its layered symbolism, iconic characters, and relentless tension, Death Note remains a blueprint for how anime can explore deep philosophical questions without losing its edge. And that is how we conclude with the murder mystery we call Death Note. Uh, Death Note is one of the greatest murder mysteries I've ever came across. And if you enjoy this kind of content, please don't forget to press the subscribe button and that like button and hit that notification bell to get a notification every time I drop.
Peace out.
What you waiting for? I don't know, bro. We chasing the bag, you faking your racks. I walk in the bag, you wanted the bag, we get in the bag, we want it. Be ready, we slicing and dicing the bars like. What you waiting for? I don't know, bro. We chasing the bag, you faking your racks. I walk in the bag, you wanted the bag, we get in the bag, we want